welcome to the podcast. That's going to need you to come in tomorrow and need you to work on Sunday.
Hashtag just saying. I did that without you hitting me. Sean was going to hit me. I just want you people to know that. He's like, get it right or I'm punching you. Violence!
Yay!
Yay! Yay for violence. Oh, boy.
So I was trying to use the type of talk in a movie that I recently saw with my wife
Uh-huh.
called Office Space.
Office Space is a great movie.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to talk like the boss in it.
Yeah. He's such a dick. That's Gary Cole. He does a lot of voices on Family Guy.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the first time that I've seen Office Space.
Really?
And what did it come out in, like 99?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Now I want it.
Well, it's good to own. It's good to own.
I borrowed it from her.
Yeah.
And then we watched it over the weekend, and I liked it. I want it. I'm going to get it.
Well, there you go. Check out Office Space if you haven't seen it. If you're delaying yourself.
You really should.
You really should.
This is the same way as I felt about Napoleon Dynamite. To me, it looked like a boring, stupid movie.
Oh.
And then I watched it, and it's like one of my favorites.
You know what? When I first saw Napoleon Dynamite, I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It took 2 viewings for me to okay, for me to be alright with it.
Alright, I can take this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It took 2.
Take 2.
Take 2.
2 weeks.
Oh my goodness. We're just crazy. Oh, by the way, thanks for tuning in again. Can you say tuning in for a podcast?
Yes.
Why not? Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Thanks
for downloading again. Say that.
Thanks for bringing us back into your life.
Oh,
Another week.
I like that. Thanks for welcoming us into your lap. For
your mobile device.
I prefer lap.
You might be on the lap.
Oh my goodness, laptop.
See?
Boom.
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 Dynamite.
Okay. It's funny because you know what?
What?
I know that for, any couples out there, right? I know that
That means 2.
you and your significant other, a lot of times you like the same things. Sometimes you kind of veer off and say, you know what, I like this, and I know you don't, and that's okay. A pure example of that, Wednesday, I went to watch something. Okay, somebody's been telling me that I need to check out the Sherlock show, the Sherlock series, the BBC series with Benedict Cumberbatch. And I was like, okay, I had a free minute on Wednesday, and I said, let me sit and try to watch this. So I went to go watch it, and God, you know what? You British folks, I love you with all my heart. I do. But your programming is weird. Okay? And I'm not talking how you do your programming, because your series in and of itself is strange. A season in America is like 22, 24 episodes.
Yes.
A season in England is like 4. You're lucky if you get 8. Right?
Right.
And a lot of times what they do is, instead of doing 10 or 15 episodes, they're like, well, let's just make this into a movie. Do a mini movie. So instead of having 12 Sherlock episodes, there's 3 hour-and-a-half episodes per season. Mm-hmm. So I went to go watch it, and I'm like, I don't have an hour and a half. I definitely didn't have an hour and a half. Okay?
Okay.
So there was this other thing that I've been meaning to watch, and I started to watch it on Amazon. So I have the Amazon Prime, even though they're killing me by jacking up the price.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. They're bumping it up $20.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, that goes from like 100 now to 120.
Yes.
So it's like that's kind of a lot,
Good
and
math.
I'm not. Yeah, I know.
Good math.
For me, that's great math because I'm really bad at math. So, I mean, like you're not getting anything really extra. It's just they want to charge you more.
Of course they do.
So
Netflix is doing that recently too.
oh, I've been thinking about dropping Netflix. The only thing that I stay
But they're
for
finally about the ad stuff.
I know. The only thing I stay for with Netflix for is that they do like the comedy hour things.
I have a list
I like the stand-ups.
of
Yeah.
a bunch of shows that Netflix is going to be putting up.
Yeah.
I figured next week I'm going to do that.
Oh, the Netflix stuff that's coming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, ooh. Bulletin that for next week.
It tells you what's coming on and when.
Yeah.
When in the month.
Okay.
Like I can tell you right now offhand, The Last Jedi.
No.
That's June 26th.
Okay.
That's when that'll be on.
Till Disney does their own thing and yanks everything. They're such assholes. So, because they don't have enough money.
Of course not.
So, I started watching this thing on Amazon.
Raping everybody down in Florida for their money.
They are.
Really overcharging from what I hear.
So, I got one episode in.
One.
And I was like, this is a very strange thing. And I couldn't... Alright. I'm really late to the party, okay? This is a show
It's almost over.
This is a show called 6 Feet Under, right? Which was very popular when it was on.
Sounds like a dead show.
It is a dead show. It's about this family who runs a mortuary. And it's... I can't figure out if it wants to be drama or comedy. It's like... It's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this is the strangest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Dramedy.
I guess. I mean, like, once in a while you go, oh! But, I mean, it's not like it's not like a knee slapper or anything. Slapping my knee. Laughing at you. So, it was just very strange, and I couldn't figure out if I liked it or not, but, because the characters are just weird. I'll get there in a minute. So, I watched it, and I was like, well, I think maybe I should watch one more, because I'm still on the fence about it. But Jay had come home. And I sat there and I said, well, there's no way I can... First of all, to get him involved, I have to rewatch the pilot, which I already don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And I said, it just doesn't feel like the kind of show he would like. So I told him about it, and he goes, yeah, I don't want to watch that. So I said, okay, I'll put it on the list of shit I have to watch when you're not home.
Good thing you didn't start it.
I know. Oh, he would have come home and been like, what's that? Who's that? What's this? And
it's annoying.
Yeah, and if he's not interested in it, he'll talk through the whole thing. So I'm like, really?
That's when you turn. Get out. Bye. I'll see you in 42 minutes.
42
out.
minutes? That's
out.
That is very exact. So, so I hung out with a friend of mine last night, and I said,
Hi, Tina.
and I said, I started watching this show, 6 Feet Under. She goes, oh, I loved 6 Feet Under when it was on. And I said, oh, and I said, well, I'm really torn about it. And she goes, why are you torn about it? And I said, I just can't figure out if I like it. It's strange. And she goes, oh, how many episodes in are you?
One.
And I said, by this time I was 2, because I watched one before she showed up. So I said, well, just 2. And she goes, it gets so much weirder. And I was like, really? And she goes, hang in there. She goes, it gets so much weirder. And I'm like,
You gotta hang in there, because you get bored with stuff quickly.
I do.
Quit.
I actually do. And I watched an episode before you showed up today. Well, I mean, I had an hour to kill.
Yeah.
So now I'm like 5 episodes in. And I'm still like, I don't know.
Still on the fence?
I don't. Well, I mean, it's interesting, but strange. It's strangely interesting. That's all I can say about it. So that's been my week. I've just been strangely interested in this show. And I don't know how to feel about it yet. I'm just bouncing around. Bouncing around.
I'd say soon you will figure out if you like it or not.
You would think.
Maybe give it 2 more.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like I'm starting to get invested. So I'm like, well, now I gotta know what's gonna happen with this guy. And is he gonna go back home, or is he gonna stay there? Or what's with his girl? His girlfriend's weird. David, what's going on with you?
Should I stay or should I go now?
Dun dun dun. So, but we how was your week? I don't wanna like, hey, blah blah blah.
Mine's fine.
Fine, all right.
Nothing really exciting happened for me this week.
Spectacular. Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff for you guys.
Tons.
I'm glad you let us into your lap.
Now we're gonna snuggle up to you and like a little teddy bear, and
we're gonna snuggle up. Why don't you curl up with us? Light the fire.
we're gonna
Pop
shoot
open
the
a
shit.
bottle of wine. Bloop, 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 bloop. Pour the wine. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
We'll snuggle up to you, and
Snuggle up to you.
I'm not gonna tell you stories that'll put you to sleep, but we're gonna give you some good stuff and some funny stuff.
Real quick, before we bounce into that, we do film the video version of the podcast for YouTube.
We do?
So we have a YouTube channel. If you are listening,
shit, we do.
I'm gonna get there in 1 second. If you listen on audio and want to watch us talk,
You want to gummy bear your way and bounce over to YouTube?
you wanna watch us sit here and talk to you. You can check that out on YouTube. For the YouTube people, and I'm sorry, audio people. This is directly for the YouTube people. Very quickly, you may have noticed that your show is shorter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your show will be shorter. Sean and I had an executive dinner. We made the executive decision. Nobody wants to sit on YouTube for an hour and a half. We're cutting.
To watch us sit here and just talk.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut the YouTube thing.
We're gonna cut the shit.
We're gonna cut the shit. So yeah, we cut about 45 minutes off the last show. So
just for you.
So hopefully that will bring more people to the YouTube thing. It's shorter. Sometimes the content is different.
Tell others.
Tell others. Wake the kids. Phone the neighbors. But don't let us out of your lap.
No.
So let's go. What do we got? Boom, boom, boom.
All right. First thing I have, it's about the Boba Fett movie.
The Boba Fett movie. The long-rumored Boba Fett movie.
It's in the works with James Mangold.
Who is that?
He is writing and will direct a Star Wars standalone movie centered on Boba Fett.
Sweet.
The feared bounty hunter and fan favorite character.
He is. I think it's his outfit. I think people really like his outfit.
Sure.
He
outfit.
just looks like a cool dude.
Imagine what he looked like if he was like all black with like blue or red or something. That would be pissa.
Oh!
Instead of looking like he's an old garbage can.
I want to see that now. Like black and red Boba Fett? Like black
awesome.
and blue?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. I'm not saying that's what's on here, but
No.
they're getting ready to like put this in works.
If anybody out there has Photoshop skills, because I don't have the time, make us a black and white, a black and red or black and blue Boba Fett. You can send it to...
Please.
The word #JustSayingPodcast@gmail.com. Actually, the email is right in the podcast description. All you gotta do is look and click.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, aside from putting a pen in your hand, I can't. Still else I can do. But back to the Boba Fett movie.
The reveal comes as Disney and Disney-owned Lucasfilm prepare the release of the latest Star Wars standalone movie, Solo: A Star Wars Story. That's a lot to say in one sentence.
It really was.
Which is up today in theaters near you.
Yes.
Oh, that's the next line. Which opens today. Is the second movie to be spun off the main Star Wars line, as the first was Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, but is the first to focus on a particular character. Lucasfilm is developing movies on a slew of characters, including Obi-Wan Kenobi. which has Stephen Daldry in negotiations to direct, although no writer is working on a script at this time.
Okay.
Boy, they're whoring out everybody now.
I guess so.
But if they do them well, that's okay. It was rumored that Simon Kinberg, the writer-producer behind the X-Men franchise movies, such as The Martian, not Melvin, was working on a Fett movie. It is unclear if the two projects are the same. Kinberg and Mangold. God, that sounds like two characters from like He-Man or something.
Beastman, get Mangold!
Kinberg, go with him! And the two worked on Logan, the X-Men spin-off that earned a high praise last year. Boba Fett was introduced in the 1980s Empire Strikes Back and then appeared in Return of the Jedi in 1983 as a silent but armored-clad mercenary who brings Han Solo to the slug-like crime lord Jabba the Hutt. Despite having a helmet over his face, no lines, and very limited screen appearance that ended his death, the character...
Well, death.
in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
With his jetpack and battle scar armor, grew to cult status. George Lucas' prequels showed his origin as a subplot, but more importantly, his escapades were featured in various books, comics, animated series, video games, and merchandising. Jeremy Bulloch inhabited the character in the initial movies. Details for the Boba Fett storyline are being kept deep in the Sarlacc pit at this moment.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mangold last year brought prestige to the superhero genre with Logan, which he co-wrote and directed. The movie was produced by Kinberg. The X-Men standalone featuring Wolverine earned him... Okay, here's a word. Plautus?
I guess.
Plautus? I don't know
Yeah. That's a new one on me.
See, I stumped her. That's all right.
What is that, French?
If you're wondering, it's Plaudits. As well as an Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Hooray!
Yay! That's it for that.
Okay.
Shall I jump on the next one?
I guess.
Daniel Craig to return as 007 in 2019. I got this because I know that Tara's a James Bond fan.
I am a James Bond fan, and I would like Daniel Craig to not return. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The newer people, the newer generation,
You know who you are.
and I'm like my nephew and stuff like that. They think Daniel Craig is like the best James Bond ever. And it's like, no, he's not. He's not. His acting is not that great, to be honest with you. And actually, it's funny that you brought that up, because I recently watched Skyfall because my husband and I were having an argument.
Oh.
An argument about...
I thought you were going to say you were having a bonding night.
No, but that's funny. we were having an argument about the villain because...
He's not evil enough.
Well, yeah, because I said, you know what? He kind of had a point in that movie. Sometimes...
He doesn't have freaking laser beams.
Sometimes you look at the villain and go, I get it. I get it. I get why you are doing what you're doing. This guy basically had been wronged by the MI6, which is like the British secret intelligence. And he wanted to bring it down because of how they treat their agents. And I was like, I get it. I 100% get it. I'm kind of on board with your plan. Except, he was kind of killing innocent people. I wasn't on board with that. But, I get it. So I'm kind of waiting. This is supposed to be Daniel Craig's last Bond, I hear. So.
Allegedly.
Allegedly!
Daniel Craig is back as Bond. The Spies series producers confirmed in a Danny Boyle directed film due to release in 2019. Bond producers Michael G. Wilson and Barbara...
Broccoli.
I'm laughing because I can't believe her name's Broccoli. Of EON Productions announced Thursday that production of the 25th official James Bond thriller will begin.
My cousin Bill Cauliflower.
The thriller will begin in December at London's Pinewood Studios, which is where Return of the Jedi and the other Star Wars original series was filmed. Craig will reprise his role as 007. Not if Tara has anything to do with that.
This is his last one. This is your last one.
If
you
not,
don't
you're
get.
gonna make it your last one.
I know. I will. I will get on a plane. I will go. I will handle it.
And Oscar-winning Boyle will direct from a screenplay by Boyle's frequent collaborator, John Hodge. Confirmation of Craig's fifth Bond film followed speculation that the 50-year-old actor
He's getting too old now.
was about to hand in his license to kill. He said in 2015 he would rather, quote, slash my wrists than return to the role, but later backtracked on those remarks made just after he finished filming his fourth Bond film, Spectre.
Spectre, yeah. What's his name? Batista was in that.
Was he? He's got
Yes.
some movie coming out.
He,
So.
oh, yeah. Hotel Artemis.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's about.
I saw part of...
Probably about 2 hours.
I saw part of a trailer for that today.
Did you?
So I was watching stuff on YouTube.
He's been plugging that relentlessly on social media. I'm like, dude, I get it. You got a movie coming out.
Yay.
It's okay.
It's not your first.
I know.
Boyle has directed Craig as Bond once before in the 007 theme segment for the opening of the 2012 London Olympics. Sony's Bond contract expired in 2015, and many of the major studios competed for the chance to distribute the profitable franchise.
Mm-hmm.
As per tradition, Bond 25 will open a bit earlier in the UK on October 25th, 2019, then in the US, where it will debut on November 8th, 2019.
Mm.
You, our fans in the UK, you can enjoy it earlier.
Yes, you can.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I just, you know,
No.
it's, here's the thing. It's like, they have this unwritten rule where it's like, you're not allowed to do too many Bond movies. Like, Sean Connery, I think, did 5. Pierce Brosnan did maybe 2. Maybe 3. Who's the other one? Timothy Dalton did like 1 or 2. So it's like they're always changing them. So I think it's long past. My other issue with Bond movies is that
There's too many.
no, there's not enough. You gotta wait like 15 years for the next one to come out. Why do you people in the great land of England move so fucking slow? What are you waiting for?
Her
you know
opinion
what?
does not reflect on me.
It doesn't. Actually, I'm not saying I hate the country. What I'm saying is you
Love
produce things very slowly. If Disney owned the Bond chain, we'd get one every fucking year. That's it. That's all I'm saying. We'd have more Bond. You seem confused.
No.
Are you doing math in your head?
No, I was trying to think of a quote. Watching one of the Star Wars documentaries recently.
Yeah.
George Lucas used to have a saying on set, but I was going to say that because this would be a good time for what you said
Yeah.
to relate that saying, but I can't remember the second half of it, so screw it.
Okay. You know what that's like? That's like when someone says something and they're like, "Oh, I gotta tell you something. I can't tell you now." It's like, you know what?
I'll get this real exciting news for you.
No, but I can't tell you until next week. Why the fuck tell me?
Why bring it up?
I know. Tell me when you can tell me. Don't tell me as a prelude to next week. You might tell me something. Oh, I hate people. People do that on Facebook all the time. Exciting news coming up. Yeah?
Read the book.
When? Give me a time frame at least.
6 months.
Then why the fuck bother posting at that point?
I don't know.
Seriously.
Alright, I'm going to say this for later.
Okay.
We did say last week about asking if anyone can tell us about Doc
Was that
ML
last week?
Yes.
Okay. I get confused.
About Doc M&L Brown and the status of Doc. So I printed out something from Wikipedia earlier,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go over that later. So this is my prelude to that too.
Oh.
I'm going to say that for later.
Okay.
I figured we could talk quickly about Deadpool 2.
Oh, Oh, I am on vacation in like 2 weeks. I'm hoping to go see Deadpool at
2
that
weeks?
time. I know. I'm hoping to see Deadpool then.
That is in the box office with a $125 million opening. The Avengers' reign atop the box office has come into an end at the hands of the black sheep of the Marvel family, as 20th Century Fox's Deadpool 2 takes over the top spot at the box office with an opening of $125 million. That means that the Ryan Reynolds sequel will fall just short of the $132 million made by the first Deadpool 2 years ago. Which brings me to something I saw in the store. They have Deadpool Blu-ray
Yep.
2-year anniversary disc.
2-year anniversary disc?
It says it on the cover.
Okay.
In stores now. I chuckled. It's like the 2-year anniversary. I've never seen that.
Okay. I guess they're proud of it. Fair enough.
Despite setting a new opening day record for the R-rated films with 53 million after that Friday result, industry estimates were projecting a 15% drop for Saturday, but Saturday returns ended up being more than 20% down.
Mm-hmm.
But Fox won't cry over spilled milk.
Why would they?
Or perhaps, in this anti-hero's case, spilled blood. As Deadpool 2 joins its predecessor as the only films released by a studio since 2011 to score openings above $100 million. And with a global launch of $301 million, Deadpool 2 is the second biggest launch in Fox's history. Fox releases film on 4,349 screens, the widest release in studio history.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to stop there.
Right on. Ryan Reynolds, by the way, has said he probably won't do a third.
No, because
So-
he's got to focus on Clue right now. That's why.
Well, I guess. Maybe he should. Oh, look at you got all your ducks in a row now, huh?
Quack, 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 quack.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm going to hand the mic over to you.
Wow, that puts a lot of pressure on me. Okay.
This way we can kind of have a back and forth thing.
Okay. All right. Well,
So I know you got some cool stuff yourself.
I do, and you know what? On this
What?
show, we don't shy away from bathroom talk. Sean almost choked. That was really funny. So what I have is the return of
Revenge poop!
the return of awkward public bathroom experiences.
Yay! Shit!
That's right. This
Pissa!
I don't know. I had Sean print this up for me. The font is huge. You went to town on the font. What is that? 13 point?
It automatically did that.
Well, I mean, I'm not complaining because it's good.
That's probably why the second
I don't-
part 2 is 17 pages.
I don't have to squint or anything. Here we go. Awkward public restroom experiences.
Yay!
Working at Target at the time, took a break to use the bathroom. Father and child walked into the stall together. After a few seconds, I hear, "Daddy, your penis looks like a rocket ship." I don't know.
Why don't you tell your kid to turn around? Now he's going to tell all of his friends that your dick looks like a freaking rocket.
Red rocket! Red rocket! Oh my god!
Kids don't have, what do you call that?
Filters?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
They
seems
just say
like
whatever.
they won't say anything at first, but eventually they do.
Yeah.
So he's going to tell his friends about Daddy's dick.
Won't that be spectacular?
Then they're all going to want to come around. Can we see?
He said.
Is it true?
I went to a Cubs baseball game. Well, there's mistake number one. And in the urinal in the men's room is an oval in the center of the room. The concrete wall in the center is only about chest high, so you look directly at the people on the other side of the wall while peeing toward each other. You just pretend you're peeing on them.
Golden shower.
When I had a transit stop over in Bangkok, I saw someone
Cock.
pooping in the urinal. It was gross. That is gross.
Imagine all the bacteria and germs on their bum.
Oh, God. If I was fine till you said bum.
That's a funny word.
It kind of is.
Every time that we say the word bum in our house, we're both cracking up laughing.
Bum. I just laughed because you laughed. All right. Last year, during an Oktoberfest celebration local to where I live, I had to take a poop really bad. So I went to the public restroom with 2 urinals and 2 stalls. I was playing Clash Royale. I guess that's a app or a game. And someone went to the stall next to me. As I'm playing, I can hear the person next to me struggling. Pushing, it sounded like, but making no headway.
Push it real good.
So I said out loud, "Don't worry, man, we're in this together. Push!" Without skipping a beat, he reached under the stall with his hand open.
Low 5.
I don't know why, but I grabbed his hand. We held hands, and he pushed until the sound of his poop hitting the water
Splash.
emanated from the toilet. We released the grip. He said thanks and gave me a thumbs up. I finished up, washed my hands, and walked out. I never saw who he was or even talked to the man. To be completely honest, I kind of like that we never knew who each other were.
Yeah, I think it's better if you actually reach out and grab his hand. It's best you don't know each other.
Can you imagine that? Needing that kind of emotional support from a stranger to poop?
I would have at least given him like a low 5, but
This,
hold his hand?
he wanted to hold his hand, I guess. I find it strange. Oh, good. You're loving that sound effect now, aren't you?
Yes.
When I worked at CFA, a man came to the counter saying he needed a female's help. Then he asked me to go to the bathroom and console his little 5-ish-year-old daughter who peed her pants and waited until his wife came. She was in the bathroom hysterically crying, and I felt bad. Oh, this is horrible. This isn't funny at all. It was awkward because the dad seemed embarrassed, and I was trying to make him and her feel better about the whole situation. It would have been okay for him to go into the woman's bathroom because no one was in there, but society is weird about that, you know? I guess it's a good ending, but
Yeah, the next woman walking in, she'd be grabbing the nearest cop.
yeah. Please!
Who's in the woman's room?
Please! I'm in grad school, and we're on a break during the middle of a 3-hour class. I'm at a urinal. I'm at a urinal peeing, and a friend walks in, and he walks up to the urinal next to me and starts peeing. Then he reaches out, puts a hand on my shoulder, and asks how I'm doing. Hey, man, don't touch me while I'm touching me. I want that on a shirt. That sounds like a good motto. Don't touch someone while they're touching someone. Oh my god.
Or just get like a cartoon version of that as a picture.
No.
And you just like reach out and touch someone.
No, don't touch me while I'm touching me. During the, using the urinal at a train station, dude walks up to the one right next to mine when there are a dozen empty ones.
I hate that.
Isn't that some kind of guy code? Like, you don't use the one right next to the other person?
If it's not busy, you try to spread out. At least have one urinal free in between each one. I always try to go to the way end, and sometimes people start coming towards me. Get down there.
Get down there.
Jeez.
Dude walks up to the one right next to mine. There are a dozen empty ones. He peers over the divider at my junk. At which point I shout, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Does it look like a rocket?
The guy immediately scurries into a stall and locks himself in. There are fucking weirdos out there. I guess so. Yeah.
I heard it looked like a rocket. I want to see.
Was in a mall food court with my family when my little brother needed to pee. So I took him into the bathroom. We walked in there, and there was a kid, probably 7, 8 years old, dancing around with his pants around his ankles, literally peeing everywhere. When we walked in, he stopped, looked at us, pulled his pants up, and was gone before we could process what actually happened. Where's your parents? That would immediately be the first thing that would come to mind. Where are your parents? Do you have parents? Or did they leave you at the mall?
Thank goodness a pedophile didn't walk in.
Oh, geez, Sean. Well, he would have had a mustache. You can tell them right away from the mustache. Yeah. Oh. Admit. I can't relate to this, but perhaps some of you gentlemen can. In middle school, I went to the bathroom. It was one of those times where your dick decides, hey, I'm going to spray full force straight down instead of where you're aiming. And my pants got soaked. A teacher who was in the bathroom saw, pulled me aside, and asked if everything was all right.
No.
I was like, yeah, my pee just shot everywhere randomly. So he takes me down to the principal and brings a counselor in who starts asking me a bunch of questions, assuming that I'm upset or got nervous and I peed my pants. I'm just sitting there like, no, my stupid dick just doesn't work right. Please leave me alone.
My first question, if I was that person, why are you taking me here and not the bathroom?
Well, he was already in the bathroom. He took him out of the bathroom.
Oh, I thought he was in class. I had that wrong.
No. Wow, this one's a long one. Better be worth it. Now I'm going to skip that one. I feel like it's not worth it. Yeah, I know. I can get one more in, though. So when I was in my theater class, I stepped out to use the bathroom. As I walked in, some younger kids were being led into the bathroom. So here I am, standing at the urinal when a kid comes in and starts using the urinal as well. He stares at me the whole time with his blank face. Total silence. More silence. He's still silent, just staring at me.
What?
So quiet, I could almost hear my own heartbeat. All of a sudden, without warning, he screams, "Waffles!" at the top of his lungs, and he runs out. Waffles! I feel you. When I was probably about 10, I was at the public urinal. I got bladder shy with this man next to me. I still get shy to this day, lol. I remember pushing really hard and accidentally did a little fart. The man chuckled
All the bonuses.
The man chuckled and said, "Good one," finished peeing and left.
Oh, shit.
Waffles. Okay. Wow, this is a long one. I'm gonna skip that one too. Okay. At my brother-in-law's wedding about 2 weeks ago, this is my wife's brother, it's the gift opening the morning after, and I can feel my day after drinking shits creeping up on me. I didn't know that was a thing.
Rumble in the Bronx.
I walk a bit down the hall and find a bathroom that is in the now empty banquet hall. This is perfect. I can take a nice long while everyone else is sitting there watching people open gifts for 2 hours. Because that's like some sort of terrible Christmas where you get nothing. I sit down and start playing some dumb iPhone game. About 2 minutes later, I hear the door squeak open.
Actually.
My first thought is, who the fuck would come this far just to use the bathroom? Then I remembered why I was in there. I hear my father-in-law shout out my name really loud. He sits down in the stall next to me and says, "This is going to be a bad one." He tries to make small talk. I give one-word answers, but he keeps going. Nothing will shut him down. After a bit of back and forth, he quiets down. Then he says the line I'll never forget. "Hey, how about some shitting music?" Then turns on classical music as he wipes his ass. He gets up to leave, and I decide I'm going to stay in the stall until he is gone, and hopefully we never talk about this again. I finish my business, go back to the gift opening. The rest of the morning goes on as usual, and I haven't talked to him since. About some shit music.
What would actually be good for shit music?
I'm not
Welcome
sure.
to the jungle!
I feel like something with a lot of trumpets. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of trumpets would be shitting music. Oh. It was after midnight, and I was half drunk in a Denny's bathroom. Well, that tells me everything I need to know about you. In a shitty little Washington town, once again, Tells me everything I need to know about you. Across the street from the local meat market bar. As usual, I was completely spacing out at the urinal, basically staring at the ceiling trying to figure out the mysteries of the universe.
Shit music.
Then I heard a noise. Being half drunk, I didn't think much of it for 20 seconds or so. Eventually, I looked to my left and saw a dirty, bearded homeless man. Okay, this is no big deal. Just a dude taking a break in a bathroom. No problem. Then it registered that the dude was looking at me.
Of course.
And jerking it.
Whoa.
And of course, he's making weird noises like you do.
Damn.
Being semi-sane, 20-something, I do the only reasonable thing. I run screaming from the bathroom, pants unbuttoned, into the packed Denny's dining room and proclaim, a fucking homeless dude is jerking it in the bathroom. Probably not my proudest moment.
No.
I feel like it might be. I don't know you that well. I feel like it might be.
I wasn't ready for this to start right away that quick.
Yeah.
But there's some shit music.
Happened a couple months ago at a hotel I work at. It's a luxury hotel, and the restroom is in the lobby. And the restrooms in the lobby is closest to my office, so that's where I always go to use the restroom. That makes sense. I walk in, and the stall to my left is occupied, and I can clearly hear the person using it, but nothing out of the ordinary. I go into the other stall, and after I'm finished, I walk out of the stall and toward the sinks. Just to be clear, there's a wall covering my sight of the sink closet, but I can see someone's leg as if they're sitting on the sink. I walk closer and I see him washing his ass in the sink. I get a great glimpse of his dick and balls with pants by his thighs.
Hello.
I look down, then quickly up as it has seriously caught me off guard, and he jumps off without drying, pulls up his pants. He looks seriously embarrassed and asks me, have you ever run out of toilet paper? And I respond with, I don't know, man. And continue to wash my hands. He runs out.
You're really bringing me over, man.
You are really bringing me over. Stop jerking me on.
Off.
He runs out, and I look at the stall he was using, and all the toilet paper is on the floor in a pile next to the toilet.
What was he doing? Playing with it when he was doing his business?
I don't know. Making little puppets? Toilet paper puppets?
I was so into this project, I forgot.
I'm really into this project right now.
I forgot I'm supposed to use this to wipe.
I'm just picturing that. Like, he's making little bunnies. He's like, I married the toilet paper bunnies together, and they have little bunny children. I can't use them now. The last time I was at a concert, a couple ran into the stall in the packed men's room and started fucking like they had a point to prove. I like that line. I like that line. Like you have a point to prove. I was in the restroom at the Cracker Barrel, and this lady goes into the stall next to me. After a second, she says, hello? And I'm like, hi. How are you? Good. Oh, that's good. How's your day been?
Don't you hate that?
Good. That's cool, but let me call you back real quick. The idiot in the stall next to me keeps answering my questions. I would be so embarrassed.
Nice.
I'd be so embarrassed. That's tough, though. When people are, like, on the phone in the bathroom, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know. It's just weird. Don't do that, everybody. Raise your hand if you've done that. Don't do it. I went to a party in some town. I decided to go to the bathroom. There was only one booth, and it was pretty much quiet, so I thought it was empty. I opened the door of the booth. What the fuck kind of bathroom is this? You get booths? Are you laying down? And found 6 people inside, quietly snorting cocaine and looking dead serious about it.
Wow.
So I just mumbled, I apologize, and closed the door and waited outside. In like 5 minutes, they came out of the door really cheerful and loud, and I almost peed myself. I don't know if I apologize is the proper etiquette for interrupting a cocaine snorting party.
My bad. Sorry.
You got a little something. You guys good? You good? Alright.
You have flour on your face.
Yeah. You might want to, just take care of that.
Remember that.
I walked in on a skinny biker-looking dude threatening himself in the mirror, then telling me not to be afraid of him after I stopped and stared at him doing it. But then he returned to threatening his reflection. I don't recall exactly what he was saying.
You want a piece of me?
But he was calling his reflection a motherfucker and pointing at it.
Hey, I was right about the pointing.
You were right on the pointing.
You motherfucker, you want a piece of me?
I guess.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
I dare you.
Come on.
Good day, sir.
I said good day. I apologize. You ever run out of toilet paper?
I make little animals with them.
I'm making animals. You want me to make you a little toilet paper octopus?
Tentacles.
Tentacles. Went to the community college bathroom to poop, and all the stalls were disgusting. I picked one that I thought was the best. However, I was very wrong.
Aww.
I pooped, wiped, flushed, and I slowly see the water rise and rise and rise.
As I ran and ran
And
and ran.
once it reached the top, I knew my fresh shit was about to hit the ground, so I ran. He pulled a flock of seagulls and ran so far away.
Oh.
And I ran. Wow. You know what? That
In the toilet.
has to be one of the worst feelings in the world.
Clogging the toilet?
Is watching toilet water rise. Because
I
there's
hate
nothing you can do about it. You're just like,
When
oh my God.
When my bowl starts doing that,
yeah.
I haven't had it overflow.
Yeah.
But when it starts rising up, I'm thinking, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. It's about to get real wet.
Sometimes it just rises like that after I do number one. After I pee. I'm like, why is this toilet doing this? Go down. Down.
That happened. I used the bathroom at work.
My anxiety's like
And
skyrocketing.
oh yeah. And it like in one of the bathrooms, for some reason the water gets obnoxiously high before it goes down. It's like it goes up and then it goes down.
With your anxiety.
Oh yeah. So it like starts rising and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This
Wait,
is not
let's make a deal.
I know.
Make a deal with the stall.
If you don't spill water all the no, because you don't understand. I cannot have another bathroom incident at work. I broke the sink that one time and flooded the bathroom. You guys, I'm still. Although people stop bringing it up, I know they're thinking about it. So I don't want that in my life. Anyway, moving on. We're almost
enough going on at work.
I do. We're almost done. Okay, so I was in Vegas, good for you, at a piano bar, dancing and enjoying myself.
Yay!
I had my hands up in the air and I nonchalant. What?
Like you just don't care.
Who does this?
I don't know.
This has to be a woman.
You said that, not me.
You know what? I stand by that. As soon as I say it, you're gonna be like, yeah, it's a woman. While I had my hands up in the air, I nonchalantly sniffed my armpits. Oh, only a woman would do that. Dudes are not smelling their armpits.
Nope.
Seriously? Sean's like, nah, only a woman would be freaked.
If our armpits stink, we can smell it without doing that.
Well, this person,
Like, yep, it's me.
I hope we get to figure out what gender it is, sniffed my armpits and realized I forgot to put deodorant on? What is the matter with you?
Oops.
And you're in Vegas dancing without a care. And you stink.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Yeah. And you stink.
Pew.
Realized I've got to go. So I decided to take a little walk through the casino. And
You have a
because
store?
to air yourself out? What's that all about? At the casino I was at and look for a gift shop or something where I
Yep.
could buy deodorant. And then I just go to the restroom and put it on. Why did you need to go to the bathroom and put it on? You already stink. You were standing there smelling your armpits. Well, it was late, of course, so the gift shops were all closed.
Naturally.
Full disclosure, it's Vegas and I was drunk. Well,
If you're drunk, why do you care?
I appreciate your honesty. Well, she must be, like, if it's a girl, she must be trying to get laid. I don't want to stink and have the guy, because, you know, what guy? Men don't care.
I was going to say.
Men don't care. Just
hold your breath.
no, would just hold their breath. Exactly. They don't care.
Whether it's take your shirt or something and just put it over your pits and plug that smell and
Plug
good
the
to go.
smell.
I don't know.
Oh my god. All right.
I don't say the first thing that comes to mind.
So it was like the gift shops are all closed. She's drunk. I don't know what to do, so I went to the ladies' room anyway. Okay, we know it's a woman now. I told you.
Good call.
I know. Dot, you know what? Don't send me nasty emails. You know it's true. Only women would care about that. So I go in there and decide I'll put some soft soap on my armpits and call it good. Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I squirt some soap in my hand, only the problem is, now the bathroom is pretty crowded with people, and I don't want this to be obvious. So I'm standing there with soap in my hand, looking around thinking, should I go into the stall to do this? That might look weird. While I'm looking around, this woman who works there said to me, what are you trying to do, honey?
Well, it would look weird. It would definitely look weird if a guy had a handful of soap and went into the stall.
Yes, that would.
Right away, you would think he's going to go
Yeah,
mop his baloney.
Yeah, he's gonna give himself rug burn. Can we just all take a moment to appreciate this Vegas restroom worker who crept up on this person and said nonchalantly, "What are you trying to do, honey?" Because that is absolutely perfect. I just kind of shrugged and explained, "Well, I forgot to put on deodorant." We don't know each other, but let me tell you something.
Let me tell you my business.
I hate when people do that.
Well, remember, she's drunk.
Yeah, she is drunk. Okay.
You care less when you're drunk.
Yeah. I forgot to put deodorant on, so I was going to put this soap on my armpits. She just kind of looked at me and it was awkward. Maybe more for her than for me because I was drunk. Now, we have no ending of that story. The story ends there.
Bitch.
I'd like to think she put the soap in her armpits. I'd like to think that she did that. Because she was already committed, she had it in her hand. And then she just told this person what she was going to do.
Yeah.
She probably followed through with it.